I'm Leslie Miller. Welcome to more One Life to Live. With more stars, more secrets, more insider scoop, as More celebrates One Life to Live's 45th anniversary. This week on More, the dueling divas of Llanview together and uncensored.
The man needed killing,
yes, he
and
did.
Dorian was the gal to do it.
Plus, fans pick their top scenes of all time.
I got hooked on One Life to Live when I saw Todd and Blair's gold balloon wedding.
But first, what a week in Llanview as One Life to Live celebrates its 45th anniversary. That's a whole lot of marriages, divorces, confessions, and catfights, not to mention personalities for Vicky. The show launched on July 15, 1968. That year, gas cost 34 cents a gallon. Aristotle Onassis married Jackie Kennedy. And McDonald's served up the first Big Mac. From the start, One Life to Live had its finger on the pulse, tackling the taboos of the day. A black woman passing for white, housewives engaged in prostitution, gang rape, and homophobia. But while issues and trends changed, fans could always count on one thing: Vicky and Dorian at each other's throats.
I intend to fight you with every means available.
To help celebrate 45 years of One Life to Live, these on-screen rivals and off-screen friends sat down with More for an exclusive interview on Llanview's past, present, and future.
One Life to Live was always a show about real people.
It always had a tapestry that included many ages, many backgrounds.
Agnes Nixon, who created this show, set it up to be a microcosm of the world. She dealt with all the problems. She did a drug problem right up front, then she had racial situations immediately.
So who's the father?
You are.
I had the vantage point of being a fan, watching the show prior to being invited to join it. And I just was like, well, great, because this is the hippest, the coolest show on television.
When I started, it was a half-hour episode,
Oh, yeah.
and we shot it as if live. My first day on the show, I worked with the actress who played my sister and the actor who played my father. Ernie was pasting his dialogue on the leaves of the trees at this height, and Lynn was pasting her dialogue on the leaves a little lower because she was shorter than Ernie. And I said, what are you doing? They said, oh, we're just putting our dialogue up there in case we... And I said, isn't it easier just to learn it? But I had come from the theater.
I did my first day and taped my first show as Dorian. I had so many names and of people I didn't know, characters, and my brain was like, blah, 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 blah. They said, cut, everybody, and the studio emptied out. And I hear the studio door open up. You sat down here on this side of me, and I couldn't even look at you, and you said, you know, you're going to be very good in this part.
I didn't mean it to be condescending in any way. I meant it because I was absolutely astonished by how good you were. And have always been.
I took it as the biggest gift anybody could have given me.
Well, good. This is a story that has no ending. Audiences want this kind of entertainment, and I think that this can go on forever.
Wait, we didn't even get to the catfights. More on that coming up. But first, some of Llanview's other famous residents shared more on their favorite on-screen moments of the past 45 years.
So my first line is Jack Manning. Well, Jack was late for school and came running down the stairs, only to run smack into Taya and Victor.
Cassie DePaiva started on the show back in 1993. She says her most memorable scenes were a week of episodes when the show went live back in 2002. So scary, but so exciting. Tuck Watkins wrote about the first line he ever uttered as David Vickers. I was on the phone. All I had to say in a mysterious voice was, "Do you know who this is?" I had to do it 3 times because I kept screwing up. Jerry Verdorn says one of his most memorable scenes hasn't aired yet, but here's a teaser. It's a doozy and involves a crazy Clint and most of Llanview. And Patrick Gibbons may be young, but he already has a standout scene. Let's hear it, Patrick.
My favorite scene on One Life to Live is when I saved Aunt Dorian from Echo kidnapping her, and I shot her with my spidey webs.
One Life to Live has had so many special moments. More viewers couldn't wait to tell us about the people and plots that have kept them hooked all these years.
Hey, my name's Alyssa, and I got hooked on One Life to Live when I saw Todd and Blair's gold balloon wedding, and it's been absolutely incredible seeing them together again.
At Snappy Days tweeted, Victoria Lord hooked me back in the mid-'80s, and she is the reason I still watch.
Hi, my name's Nikita. I've been a huge fan of One Life to Live ever since I was surfing through channels and saw John and Natalie kissing. There was just something about Melissa Archer that I couldn't get enough of. She's always had great chemistry no matter who they pair her with on screen.
Without the genius of creator Agnes Nixon, there would be no One Life to Live. Back in 1968, Agnes created a show called Between Heaven and Hell. The title was ultimately changed to One Life to Live, and the rest is history. In this more exclusive, the soap legend shared her thoughts on the show's 45th anniversary with the help of another soap legend.
Agnes Nixon, the creator of One Life to Live, has sent us this message. The call came in the spring of 1968. I had been employed by Procter & Gamble as the head writer for their serials Guiding Light and Another World. Though grateful for the job, the strictures and limitations imposed on the creative process made me dream of writing a show that featured realistic stories and down-to-earth people. The call was from the director of daytime at the American Broadcasting Company, to whom I had sent a prospectus for their 3:30 p.m. time period. We met in Marshall Karp's network office, and I found him refreshingly attuned to the idea that deep in the soul of the common man and woman was to be found an inexhaustible cache of human drama. They signed us to a 6-month guarantee, which meant that they could cancel us any time after that initial period. Well, the audience loved the show as much as I do. And aren't we grateful that Prospect Park does too? Congratulations, my dear One Life to Live.
There's plenty more. The thermometer kept rising in Llanview as some of One Life to Live's hottest scenes ever reached a boiling point this week. Take a look. Friendships got pushed to the brink.
He was supposed to be watching Drew, but he was with you out running?
That was a one-time thing.
Oh, wait. Did you sleep with Matthew?
Michelle made a surprise announcement.
It's not just our first time. It's my first time.
Let's take it slow, okay?
Let's not.
Natalie and Cutter locked lips.
I like the way you think. That's not exactly what I had in mind.
And what?
Blair and Todd gave in to desire. Dorian and David got nasty.
We'll talk about this when I get home.
There is nothing to talk about. What you did last night spoke volumes.
Well, you'll be happy to know that overinflated blowhard of a producer fell asleep during my pitch. And you know what? It's all your fault, because you set me off my game.
Vicky got some tough love.
You and Mr. Buchanan owe it to your employees to get past your own personal issues and do the right thing.
And Taya collapsed.
Mom? Can't breathe. Okay?
You okay?
Can't breathe. Call 911. Someone call 911, please.
More One Life to Live is just getting started. Erica and Robin, what you don't know about their famous catfights.
Every awful, horrible thing she does is completely justified in her mind.
Plus, more crunches the numbers on Vicky and Dorian's checkered past, and your exclusive first look at what's coming up next week, and much more.
I'm afraid of losing you again.
Welcome back to more One Life to Live. Vicky and Dorian have seen their share of ups and downs. Here are the numbers, you do the math. Since One Life to Live premiered, Victoria, Lord, Gordon, Riley, Burke, Riley, Buchanan, Carpenter, Davidson, Banks has had 7 personalities, 7 husbands, said I do 9 times, been pregnant 4 times, delivered 5 children, but forgotten giving birth to 2 of them. She's had 1 brain aneurysm, 1 stroke, 1 heart attack, 1 heart transplant, 1 death, 1 trip to heaven, 1 resurrection, and of course, 1 life to live. Meantime, Dorian Kramer, Lord, Callison, Santee, Vickers, Hayes, Lawrence, Vickers hasn't exactly lived a quiet life either. She's been a doctor, a talk show host, an ambassador, a CEO, a publisher, a mayor, and a senator. She's denied medication to 2 men having heart attacks, abandoned 2 daughters, adopted 1, and been arrested for murdering the same man twice. Despite all of that, Vicky and Dorian somehow found time to despise each other. But there's more to their juicy on-screen rivalry than meets the eye.
I know you. Yes, of course you know me. From television.
The one thing that I absolutely love about the way Robin plays Dorian is that every awful, horrible thing she does is completely justified in her mind.
Joey.
Oh. Everything she does is justified, which is why the audience adores her. She can go and kill people and say, no, they had to die. It was very important, very necessary.
Give me the aspirin. Call 911.
I don't think that I'm going to do anything to help you at all.
She poured alcohol down Charlie
Okay,
Banks.
you brought it up. I don't understand how it happened that Dorian didn't kill Victor Lord. The man needed killing,
Yes, he
and
did.
Dorian was the gal to do it. I am mystified
Well-
how that happened. That is revisionist history, and I want to recount. Do you hear me?
We've also brought him back from the dead at least 4
well, that's-
times. You know, they dig him up. We dug him up once. We dug fibers out of his throat to prove that actually one of my alters had killed him by smothering him with a hospital pillow. They've written a number of knockdown, drag-out, slapping fights for us, and we just won't do it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong for Vicky. It's wrong for Dorian.
I have my home, I have my family, I have my paper. And what about love?
What?
Is there any love?
But the verbal sparring is always on.
I intend to fight you with every means available.
Excuse me, Erica. Did you not throw me down the stairs when you were in one of your
Yeah, but that
altars?
wasn't me. That was Tommy.
Oh, right.
You let me. Hey, now!
Erica says after all her character's been through, it's a miracle Vicky is alive.
Well, I don't want to hog the conversation, but I think that Vicky does not have a single original organ in her body except her appendix. I've had my share of, I've had breast cancer, I've had a stroke, I've had, I've given away a kidney, 2 kidneys actually. Yeah, I know. There must be a 3rd one in there somewhere.
Where do you keep all those Emmys?
In another room.
In another room? Okay. She's got a lot of Emmys. How many? 6?
Yes.
Yeah, 6.
Well, don't, you've got yours.
I've got 1. Mine's an only child, and she's fine with it.
You're a bad girl.
There's a lot more of this interview to show you. Tune in for that next week. You don't want to miss it.
Here we go.
Over 45 years, the citizens of Llanview have seen it all. Star-crossed lovers, splashy weddings, tragic deaths, murder trials, paternity suits, and plenty of steamy love in the afternoon. We heard from One Life to Live fans on the show's timeless magic.
Happy 45th anniversary, One Life to Live. My name is Leslie. I've been a fan of the show for 20 years, and I love the dynamic between Vicky and Dorian.
Vicky, you are going to pay.
As much as the 2 characters hate one another, and they'd never, ever want to admit it, deep down inside, you know there's a little bit of love there.
What? Is there any love?
Hey, One Life. My name is Sean from Las Vegas. I grew up watching One Life to Live with my mother and my grandmother. This show, One Life to Live, is my living link to them. Happy 45th anniversary, One Life to Live.
Hi, my name is Rebecca, and I've been a long-time fan of One Life to Live for 40-plus years. I'm so enjoying seeing Todd and Blair, Vicky and Clint, Dorian, and all the rest of the One Life to Live fabulous characters on screen again.
It's really good.
Thank you, One Life to Live, for 45 years.
When more One Life to Live returns, the stars report on what I did on my summer vacation and an exclusive first look at next week. Don't go away.
The show can't be about her.
Welcome back to more One Life to Live. The citizens of Llanview are making the most of their summer months off. Tuck Watkins has traded in LA for the Midwest. He sent these tweets. Perfect morning at Lake of the Ozarks. Tonight's fish fry, maybe ribeye steaks unless my dad's luck turns. And then this update. Well, 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 looks like those ribeyes are just gonna have to wait. Good on you, Dad. And there's no Snooki or JWoww in sight in this beautiful picture Andrew Trachetta shared on Instagram of the Jersey Shore. On next week's One Life to Live, everyone has their own problems, but that doesn't stop them from sticking their noses into other people's. Check out this exclusive first look.
Oh, David. Hi, I got your answering machine. I just wanted to assure you that there are no hard feelings.
I'm afraid of losing you again.
You're not gonna lose me. Did you ever consider that you just might have been a mark?
Excuse me?
That she was setting you up?
That's impossible.
Is it?
Your job is ruining my life.
It's really unfortunate.
So when's it gonna stop?
You're gonna have to ask Mr. Manning.
You know what? I will. I will. Ow, ow, ow.
I see. You see absolutely nothing. And I see that you're not wearing your engagement ring.
No, no thanks. I'm about to go out to dinner.
You have a date?
Not exactly a date. Those heels, that jewelry, the makeup, it's a date.
Well, have you heard anything? Well, it's on for tonight.
Solution to what?
Blair!
What?
Fire her.
What? I'm absolutely obsessed with your wife.
Dorian?
Yes, she is such a firecracker. And I love that you guys have such a volatile relationship. It's amazing.
Dorian, the show can't be about her.
We'll have more next week. And don't forget to send us your videos, emails, texts, and tweets. We want more of your burning questions for our stars. Thanks for joining us.